All right, good morning. It's Al Schneider, and this is just going to give you a preview of our new SI-TEX SP-38 commercial autopilot. These are all the components for the autopilot. We have our main master control head here. This is the NF-38, which is a jog stick control lever, and this is the TS-38, which is a follow-up lever. We also have the TS-203, which is a heavy-duty follow-up lever for outdoor installations. This is the processor box. Now, one of the nice things with the SP-38 is that it is a full NEMA 2000 autopilot. All of the components, except for the 203, tie in via NMEA 2000. The rudder feedback is a direct connection to the processor box. The processor also has the capability of bringing NMEA 0183 connections in and out of the processor box as well. One of the big advantages of the SP-38 for SI-TEX also is a SP-80 or an SP-70 system can be updated to SP-38 simply by replacing the processor and the control head, because the original compass, the original rudder feedback, and the pump will all tie into this processor as well. The rudder feedback is a nice heavy-duty rudder feedback. It comes with 50 feet of 16.3 wire on it, so it's a rugged setup with a heavy wire to run back to the processor box. And I'm going to give you a run through of the rest of the features. Okay, this is the SP-38 control head. This is the master control. You have your actual compass heading. When we go to auto, you'll see your selected compass heading here as well. This is an animated compass rose at the top, and as the boat turns, this rose will turn with the boat as well. When you change your heading selection here, you'll see the reaction up top as well. It shows you speed over ground and course over ground at the same time, and there's a graphic rudder angle indicator that is always on the display on the SP-38 master control. Okay, this is the TS-38 full follow-up control lever. If you want to take command from the follow-up control, just hold the command button down, and then you can take over steering using the follow-up lever, just like any follow-up lever. You see we have a nice rudder angle indicator on the display. Shows us where the rudder's at. Wherever you put the lever, that's where the rudder angle goes to. If you want to go back to standby, you can go to standby, or if you want to go back to auto, you can use the mode key just to switch back to auto. And this is also a NEMA 2000 device. You can have as many of those in the system as you'd like. Okay, now this is the heavy-duty follow-up lever, the TS-203. We just push the red and green arrow buttons at the same time. You'll see a blue light comes on, and now we have full heavy-duty follow-up lever here as well. You can see the rudder angle changing on the master display as well. This is typically used for heavy-duty applications in the wheelhouse of a commercial fishing boat, or maybe an aft hauling station, or outdoors where they need a heavy-duty full follow-up control lever. Now this is the NF-38 jog lever control for the autopilot, and this is like a very easy control, and it gives you full control, remote control over the SP-38 system. So if you want to take command from here, you just hold the command button down. Now we're in power steering mode. We can steer the boat left and right just using the lever. You see our rudder angle readout on the display tells us exactly where the rudder's at. And anytime you need to go back to autopilot, all you do is go up on the lever and you're in autopilot mode. Now when you're in autopilot mode, indicated by the A here, we can control our selected autopilot heading with the jog lever as well. If you want to go back to standby, just go down on the lever. Now it's in standby. If you go left or right, it automatically goes into power steering mode without having to push any extra buttons. Very handy control, and this is also a NEMA 2000 device. You can have as many of these in the system as you like as well. That's the NF-38 jog control. Okay, one more major advantage of the SP-38 and the SI-TEX systems is the new V200 NEMA 2000 SAT compass. This is the compass we recommend to use with the SP-38. The SP-38 will use many different compasses. It'll use the old flux gate compass from an SP-70. It'll use an NMEA compass input. It'll use an NMEA rate compass or an NMEA 183 rate compass. Or it'll use any NEMA 2000 GPS SAT compass or NEMA 2000 compass. But this is the new V200 NEMA 2000 SAT compass. It's brand new, it's reasonable priced, it's only $12.99 list price for this compass. And this is a 424 channel GPS compass. It uses all known GPS satellite constellations. It uses the American constellation, the Russian constellation, the European constellation, the Chinese constellation, and uses the Japanese WASP satellites as well. What that does for it is it makes it extremely multipath resistant. So very few problems with loss of signal on the boats that you may have experienced with older SAT compasses. This system also uses spectrum analysis to eliminate unwanted signals, noise, or reflections coming into the system. So it's an extremely reliable satellite compass, and it's only a little bit more money than a good quality rate compass. So your best autopilot performance is the SP-38 with the V200 NEMA 2000 SAT compass as well. You really can't beat that combination. Okay, so that was the overview on the new SI-TEX new SP-38. It's a commercial autopilot system. It has all the features of any of the big heavy-duty pilots you've ever seen, or we've had, or our competition has had as well. We have the new SAT compass that goes with it. It's a NEMA 2000 system. It can also be backwards compatible with our old SP-70 and 80 systems. It's really an excellent autopilot. We've sold a number of them in the last year, and we've gotten rave reviews back on the new SP-30.